everyone, Chef Yoda the dog here, or should I say spooky Chef Yoda the dog here for our Halloween Monday meal. Don't be scared, it's still me. I just have on my Halloween costume. So today my mom is making a special holiday-themed meal in the slow cooker because it's the last day of Croctober. And it's going to be something she created from looking at different menu ideas online. So she decided to do a toxic waste dump, and I think she's going to theme it a radioactive toxic waste dump. Slow cooker macaroni and cheese. And she's going to add some chicken to it as well, because that'll just look like stringy stuff in the toxic waste dump. Anyway, she's going to use some green food coloring. And she's going to make it look all gross and disgusting for the kids tonight. So we'll see how this turns out. She's made this recipe before, but never as a toxic waste dump looking recipe. So it's very exciting. She loves to do themed cooking. So that's what we're doing today for the Monday meal on Halloween. Again, don't be scared. I'm still Yoda the dog. Okay, so we just want you to please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet, because we would love to have you as part of our family. Thanks so much for watching. Spooky Yoda the dog out.
Hi everyone, as spooky Chef Yoda the dog said, we are making a special Croctober Halloween meal in the slow cooker tonight. So, we've got our slow cooker here on low, and this is going to be a slow cooker macaroni and cheese recipe that I'm modifying from the All Recipes app. So, there's a lot of modifications, and I'm doubling the recipe, so everything is times 2. And I'm going to put a link to the original recipe in the description box below. But this is going to be in the slow cooker on low. It says 4 hours, but the reviews say it only takes 3 before it's done, so that's what we're hoping for. So we've doubled it, so instead of a couple of cups of pasta, we got double that. So 2 boxes of gluten-free Barilla Penne. Then we've got 6 tablespoons of Country Crock plant-based butter instead of 2. No, 3. Yeah, original was 3. And then we've got a little over 2 cups, maybe like 3 cups of cheese. It was supposed to be 8 ounces of American cheese, but I didn't use American processed cheese. I don't have a non-dairy version of that. I'm assuming that means Velveeta. So I used like 3 cups of shredded cheddar plant-based cheese. I used Simple Truth, which is Kroger's brand. Then it called for 8 ounces of cream cheese, so I used 2 of those. So again, doubling the recipe. So one of them was So Delicious non-dairy cream cheese, and one was Kroger's Simple Truth plant-based non-dairy cream cheese. Then it calls for a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. I have spicy brown, so I did 2 teaspoons. Then I also added 2 cans of chicken breast because I wanted to have some meat in it. I also added a half a cup of buffalo sauce to make it spicy. Then I added a teaspoon of minced garlic, which is about 2 cloves roughly. Then I squeezed in some easy onion as well. This is not in the original recipe, none of this, the chicken or any of this. However, in the original recipe was 1 cup of milk. So I did 2 cups of this Planet Oat extra creamy oat milk. And then half a cup of cream, whipping cream. So I did 1 full cup of Country Crock's plant-based whipping cream. And then it called for one 12-ounce can of evaporated milk. I only had non-dairy sweetened condensed milk, and I didn't want the sweet in there, so I went with another 3 cups of Planet Oat extra creamy milk. So that is what's in here. And then later on, I'm making this a toxic waste dump mac and cheese for Halloween, so it's going to have some fun little colors in it. So I've got a lime green and a dark green here. I'm going to make it look like radioactive toxic waste dump macaroni and cheese. So that's why I added some of this stuff too, to give it some different coloring and textures. So we're going to see what that looks like, but I'll add in the food coloring later. I'm going to let it cook first because I want to make sure that the noodles are done and make sure I have the right consistency there before I add in a food coloring, and then I can't tell if the noodles are done or not, if that makes sense. So that's what's going on now. We're going to put the lid on it on low, probably 3.5 hours or so, and it'll be done, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, everybody, our dinner is ready. I turned it down to warm because it was done in 2.5 hours or less on low, so it did not take long for the noodles to cook. So I used 14 drops of this kind of like lime green colored food coloring and 14 of this darker green. And then I only used 1 can of this. It calls for a can of this, and if I doubled the recipe, I'd think I'd use 2, but I didn't because I used buffalo wing sauce in there too. So just 1 can of diced tomatoes with green chilies, and you have to drain it. Drained. And it looks like this, our radioactive toxic waste dump mac and cheese. All ready to go for Halloween. Spooky. Hope you guys have a great night. Talk to you later.